Well, we are down here crossing the bridge. We are going to tap our trees. It is currently 23 degrees out. Or no, actually last time I checked it was 26 degrees. It's not going to get above 30 today. But tomorrow it's supposed to be 50. And we're supposed to have some 40 and 50 degree weather for the rest of the week. So sap is going to be running. So we are tapping trees. We got to go all the way down there to the end. Sophie, what are you eating? What is that? Frozen food. Sophie, you better be able to get your head back in. What's that?
You might want to go down on that side of things. I guess you're okay down there. It is electrified, you know.
Okay, yeah, let's go. I don't want. You could just leave that open. We'll close it on the way back. Well, it looks like we've had a lot of deer tracks in here. Look at this. Man, the deer poop. A lot of deer tracks are coming across this. Hopefully they're not hopping it. But I think our trees are, oh look. Somebody eating the top of it. Yep, they're definitely coming right across this. That one's okay. Those ones are okay. Oh, look at that. That's not good. That one looks okay. And that one over there looks okay. I bet you they've been just stretching their head across. All right. How are we getting across?
I don't know. I was going to ask you.
I don't have enough.
We need a bridge.
I don't have enough balance to get across that. That's not big enough. So, looks like we're crossing right here. I'm gonna put this away. We'll be right back. I don't want to drop it. Okay, these are our taps that we got. They just have a little tap there, and they run with a thing, with a hose. Darren is up. You should have just gone right here, hon.
Huh? How am I going to set the bucket?
Right in front here.
It's going to stay there.
Yeah, probably. See, that's pretty good. You can actually even probably end up putting it.
Bark's peeling. So this is a maple tree.
I'm pretty sure it is, I think. Maybe not. Maybe that one's, yeah, it is. The bark up there looks like it. Maybe not the ones down here, but the bark up there looks like it. Unless you want to just go over there, because I know for sure those are. We're going around trying to figure out which ones are maple. See this one right here, this little one?
Mm-hmm.
That's a maple.
Yeah, but that's young, so it's got smooth skin.
Yeah, I know. Okay, go back up there. That one that you were up at is definitely a maple.
Come over here and start cleaning.
You want to put it on this side, not that side.
I won't put on this side.
Because it's the one facing the south. Alright, let me get up there with them. I want an upward motion. God. Upward, not downward. Jeez. You want to go about an inch in. These have never been tapped.
I should change my battery before I come in there. Oops.
That's not good. You got a hammer?
Yep.
Alrighty. That's one. Okay, so this is, I think, upward, hon. Jeez. I'm not sure what kind of maple tree this is. It has a different bark on it. I want to say this is probably like a red maple or something. That's good. Nothing's going to be running because it's too cold right now. Alright, let me grab these two. We're going to go right next door to this one. I'm not sure what kind of maple this is. This one might be the sugar maple. Or maybe this one's the red maple. I'm not sure. I don't know the difference between maple trees and stuff. But we went out and got some Lowe's buckets. No, they're not considered food grade, but if you look on the bottom, they're HDPE number 2, which is a food grade. They just don't call it food grade. So, I'm not going to film this one. I don't think I can. But we poked a hole, and you see we didn't go on the very outside lip. We stayed up on top, so if it does rain, the rain's going to go down in that little smaller lip, and it won't go in. So that's why we stayed up on the upper lip. This is the first time we're using these types of taps. We ordered them off of Amazon. When we were over at our other homestead, our urban homestead, we sat there and tapped our maple tree there, which was a huge maple. And we were able to put like 4 or 5 taps. It was actually able to hold 6, but that's how big it was. I mean, the thing had been like 4 feet in diameter. But we had metal taps, and we still have those, but we decided that we wanted to try these out and see how they worked. Plus, it kind of keeps it all secure and stuff. And all right, we got one more to go, but that's all the way back over there. So let's see if we can get ourselves down and not fall in the creek. All right, well, we found another bigger maple tree here that we're gonna go ahead and just tap it. The other ones, I don't know if you can see the blue bucket over there. That's where we were. We came across, there's a pretty big, large one here, so. Like Darren said, we hope we're actually tapping maples, but I'm pretty sure almost all of these over here are maples. There's a hickory, but I know which one the hickory is. Which I'm finding some nuts on the ground. I did not know our hickory tree was putting off nuts. That's good to know. Is it possible you could get it in between those, or move that one so it sits in there better? Because once it starts filling, it's going to get heavy on the one side. And I just don't want it to fall down. Yeah, that's good. Boy, there's another can right there. A lot of cleanup needs to be done. Look up there, we just realized that there's a barrel there. We haven't been over this way yet. This whole area needs cleaned up. As you can see, there's just wood everywhere. We're hoping to be able to pull it and anything good be able to use for firewood. Alright, so we're starting a fire to boil our maple sap. We've been collecting and stuff, and we did one batch just to make sure that it was going to work out, and it did. And so this is now the second batch that we're doing. So we just used a couple of the blocks, and I got this big stainless steel tub on top. And yes, there's ash in it. There's no way to get around it. We actually have to strain it out when it gets down. That's the problem with doing it this way, but it's not a big deal. It doesn't change the taste or anything. So, that's what we're doing. We're boiling. So we're just waiting for it to get up, and then we'll just keep adding to it. I'm going to take a walk down and fill up the buckets and see if there's any sap in those ones. If there is, there's probably not much. It hasn't been getting real cold at night, and it's got to get into the 30s at least at night in order to be able to. What are you doing, huh, Spice? I don't know. Oh, there she is. We went over to the farm this morning to pick up an oil tank. She's trying to get her fur off, her winter fur. They both are. They're scratching to get their winter fur off. But we went over there this morning to pick up an oil tank and visited a little bit with the goats' moms. They're getting ready to kid again. No, we're not getting any more goats. We're going to be, in the fall, we're going to go ahead and breed Sophie and Spice. So we'll have our own kids from that. I don't think we're going to. I'm just going to watch. I'm not feeling well. We've all been sick pretty good. I've been home almost all week. I went to work on Monday. Tuesday I went back and they sent me home. And I haven't been back yet. Although I'm feeling a lot better today. That's not.
That ain't got any of those, probably don't.
Huh?
So if this doesn't have any of those, probably don't. Because this is my heaviest producer.
Yeah.
And it don't have any.
All right. This might be the end of it.
Might be.
Unless we get another cold spell. We kind of started a little late. Should have started back in February, beginning of February. And that poor thing is just.
We
been
might have
eating.
wrapped some buds. I'm not sure.
We might have. But anyways, it's amazing that Sophie is actually much bigger than her mom. You just don't realize how much they grow until you have a comparison. And Spice here is about the same size as her mom. So she's definitely ready, huh? You ready? Come here. You want to do your hooves? You want to do the hooves? Alright. We're going to go ahead and trim their hooves. I can't film that. It's way too hard. We need to get a milk stanchion made in order to be able to hold them while we do it. So, but usually Darren grabs them and holds them, and I sit there and I'll cut their hooves and trim them up. Hi, Sophie.
You got her nose.
Hey, honey. Hi, honey. When we go to breed them, they're both pulled. That means they're naturally hornless. You have these little nubs, that's it. But when we breed them, and you're getting your little beard, aren't you? When you breed them, you have to breed them to a buck that actually had horns. It cannot be pulled. Otherwise, the babies can be sterile. So that's going to be, you're losing your hair. Look,
Go away. Get him.
quit eating my shirt.
Get him.
Quit eating my shirt.
Get him.
Yeah,
Headbutt him.
you're such a pretty girl. Yes, you are. You're a pretty girl. Go ahead, get your head back in. Can you do it? Can you get your head back in? All right. All right, we're going to go ahead and trim their hooves real quick, and then I'll be right back. Well, we finished with the goats' hooves. They needed trimmed. And came back over here, and we're just about ready to start boiling here. So it's getting close. And then as it boils away, we got 5 gallons here that we'll just keep adding and adding and adding until it boils down to about 1 gallon left. And when there's 1 gallon left, I'll put it in a pot and take it inside and finish it up in the house. But for right now, you don't want to do this in your house. I did it one year, and there's so much steam, so much boiling, that it starts warping your cabinets and stuff. So definitely do this outside. But that's where we're at now. We're getting there. Well, it's boiling. It's boiled down enough that we're going to add some more. So that's pretty much what we do. We just keep adding as it boils down. Alright, so we're done outside. We just turned this on. It hasn't come back to a boil yet. But, this is how much we got left. So we poured it into here. But before we actually start boiling this down, I need to transfer all of this into here and go through this fine mesh strainer in order to be able to make sure that everything's strained out. So what I've been using is just a and I'll do this until it gets pretty low, and then I'll just dump it. But this will get any of the little pieces of ash that might have been put into there, and we're going to actually do this twice. So everything's going to go into this pot, and then I'll wash this pot, and then we'll take everything and do it again into this pot. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this one up, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so we got everything put into this one. I washed this one out, and now we're just going to do this one more time. And he's just going to pour it right in. There we go. And now we're going to put it on the burner, turn it on, and start boiling again. Alright, well, it's still boiling. There's not that much in there. Let me pull it off real quick and just show you. It'll go down. Whoa. So that's how much we have. There's not much. Let me get it back on. And at this point, we're getting close to it. I have a candy thermometer, but it's so I can see when I'm getting close. So that's pretty much it for that. But then I have a meat thermometer that's digital, and that's what I'm going to watch. Now, we are over 1,000. We're waiting for it. We have to go 7.5 degrees above boiling point. Now, boiling point you think is 212, but not for us. We're over 1,000 feet. For every 500 feet above sea level, it's 212 degrees at sea level. For every 500 feet above sea level, boiling point goes down 1 degree. So we're at 210 is our boiling point. So we need to go 7.5 degrees above that. So that's where we're at. And this is getting way too much. I think I might have to turn it down a little bit, because we're just waiting for this to go to 17.5. So since I don't see halves, I'm just going to wait till it goes to 218. And this is going to, once it switches, you got to get it off the burner right away. So that's what we have. As the sugar increases, you know, sap is only like 2% sugar. maple syrup, I believe, is at 60% sugar. So as you boil sap down, it becomes 60% sugar. And the thicker and thicker it gets, the temperature starts going up. So we're just waiting for the temperature to go to 218 on this, and then I'm going to take it off. But it's looking nice, isn't it? So when you see that boiling like this, you know you're close. So you got to keep an eye on it. Don't walk away. We're still at 216. And it might be different in different areas, so I try to keep it towards the center because that's where the heat's concentrated at. There it goes. It's really starting to thicken now. Look at that. We're still reading 216. There's 217. There it goes. See, it's boiling pretty good. Still at 217. The more you boil it down, the thicker it gets. Maple syrup, you don't want it really super thick because it can also become like a burn. Have a burn taste. You don't want a burn taste. We're still at 217. So while I'm waiting on that, right here we have our jar. So we had 5 gallons of sap. And you take 5 gallons and you divide it by, oh, there we go, 219. It just went from 17 to 19. We're going to pop it off. Take that out. And that, my dear, is maple syrup. So from here, just make sure you have a clean, sterile jar. We got our cap and stuff ready to go. And you don't need to water bath this or anything. You are beyond the boiling point of this. So we are just going to pour it. There you go. Set that there. I'll set that there. We'll put our ring on. Darren's trying it out. He's dipping his finger in. You want to screw that on nice and tight. And that is it. This is still there as it cools. We'll just stick it over here. As it cools, it'll go ahead and pressurize itself and actually can itself. And maple syrup will last 50 years. So you don't have to water bath it or anything like that. You just want to make sure you have a clean, sterile jar and lid for it. And this will work just like you would water bath it. As it cools, you will see it dips down. And he's just kind of like in heaven here. And it tastes like maple syrup. And it is good. Liquid gold, guys. 5 gallons divided by 40. Your sap is 40 to 1. So you take 5 gallons, you divide it by 40, comes out to 0.125 gallons, which is exactly 1 pint. And that's exactly what we got, 1 pint out of 5 gallons of sap. It is a long process, but it's not like it's hard. It's fairly easy. You do most of your boiling outside. In here, I don't know, it's 5:10. We've probably been boiling for just about a half hour. So it's not like you got to watch it till the end. So, but you just got to keep an eye on it every once in a while. But there you go. Liquid gold. Thanks for watching. Come and check out our next video. And if you know anybody who you think will benefit from this, go ahead and share a video with them. Take care. God bless. See you on the next one.